Hello gamers and welcome back to another, I guess, Gunpla review, and today we're going to be taking a look at Bandai's line of 30-minute missions kits. And in case you didn't know, Bandai are the people who make the Gundam model kits. Essentially what this is I guess, their way of competing with Kotobukiya's Hexagear line. And basically, this is a line of generic, super easy to build robots, which just happen to be 1/44th scale, the same scale as a high grade, basically the same size as a standard size high grade, and are compatible with high grade weapons and limbs. Well, most, anyways. Bandai also sells expansion sets for 30-minute missions like weapons, armor, and display bases, which are also compatible with Gunpla. Essentially, it's high grade Gunpla and everything but name, and also build quality, but basically the same. So this is one of their default robots, the Alto, and this is the blue. This is my very first 30-minute missions kit. As you can see, I've used the included number decals to put a 1 on both its torso and shoulder. And yeah, the design is pretty cool. It definitely resembles the gym a lot. And the surface detail is really nice. I haven't panel lined this, but you can see all of that nice surface detail. Another one I put here. They're also covered in holes, which are the 3mm peg holes, which are the standard size for like Gunpla and most Japanese action figures. Basically the hole that you would have on the bottom of like a Figma or something for its action base. But this is covered in these for all those add-on sets and stuff that you can buy. As you can see, there's more here. And yeah, there's just a lot of these holes everywhere for customization. As you will notice, though, the colors are very basic. There's just a dark blue, and there's a light blue, and then there's the gray of the inner frame, and there's one bit of clear orange for the visor that does look really cool. And this is sold in different colors in case you like different colors. This was the only one in stock, and I liked its design and color. I don't usually like orange and blue color combos, but when it's done right like this, I really like it. And these are very cheap as well. So they look really good, they're really easy to build, they're cheap, come with some decent accessories, which we'll look at in a second. What was the trade-off? Well, to put it simply, yeah, this is based on Bandai's fine build joint system, which they've used in kits like the high-grade Windom. Basically, they use it on grunt suits, or mass-produced suits, so they're really easy to build, but yeah, these joints don't hold up. The elbows are decent, but the legs, they're just a floppy mess. Like, it was pretty solid when I first got it, but the second you try to hold it like this, it would start to bend a little bit, but now it's just a marionette now. And this isn't just my copy. For example, this is the Rabiot. 30-minute missions as well. Also loose. High-grade Windom. And I have a high-grade Leo in storage, which also has the same issue. But yeah, there's not a lot of pressure on these joints, and I have tried disassembling them and tightening them up. Doing that, yeah, that would usually work, but funny thing, look at that. You know what that is in there? That white stuff is plastic. Basically, when it creates the friction, basically it just turns some of the plastic into dust and, loosens up the joint, which happens over time, and that happens with most, like, toys and action figures. Plastic is gonna, deteriorate after a bit of time, but it never really happens with most Gunpla. It's just this design is not the greatest. So if you're buying this for just display, it's perfect. Go for it. For play, it is fun to, mix and match parts like Lego or Bionicle because of all, the compatibility. But if you just want it to, play around with it, it is good like that first, because it does have good articulation, but after a bit, it just kind of can't hold its poses. At least its legs can't. Everything else is relatively solid. Anyway, size comparisons. You've already seen it next to a standard size Gundam. So here's Unicorn, New Gundam, and me. So yeah, like I showed earlier, it's just a bit under standard Gundam size. And now for the accessories. They shouldn't take long. First up, we have its gun, which is a design I actually quite like. It does look pretty nice. Also, I will mention, this kit does not include any stickers, well, besides the numbering decals, but no color correcting stickers, which also means, yeah, there's no stickers for the site. But don't worry, Bandai has you covered in one of the option sets. You get a sticker sheet for the sites on this guy right here, the one Alto. and the Portanova, which was released alongside it. Yay, I love sold separately color correcting stickers that should be mandatory with every figure if it needs it. Anyways, the sculpting here is quite nice, and there's a lot of detail. I love how this fits into the hand. So basically, it just slides in like this, no like separating the hands. And it has this guard here, which rests so perfectly on the arms. You can get it in some nice shooty poses, and it looks really dynamic with it. The same cannot be said for its other accessory. Who thought this was a good idea? It's okay. I don't know what this is. Basically, it holds onto it, right? And then you have this, which like, you're like, oh, maybe it's like a little pistol or something. Yeah, that's a pistol. Then we have this hole here, which is used for some of the option sets to turn into like a battle axe and stuff, which is really cool. Why isn't it compatible with the standard Gundam's beam saber, like the effect part? So you could have, I don't know, a cool weapon. Also, because, yeah, I guess it is fixed with, like, those cool add-ons, which you shouldn't have to have an add-on to make something cool, but we run into another issue. You see that hand? See that hand right there? So that's square. That's a square peg. See this handle? It's round. So we get this. My favorite. Whoa, look, physics in action. Yay. And the Portanova pulled this off much better. It still has the same loose hand, like, issue, but it's made a bit cooler because this front thing is circular, so it's like a little shield or like a, kind of like a brass knuckle, which I guess this could be used as, but, like, I think it has, like, titanium knuckles or something. It doesn't need brass knuckles at all. Thankfully, our last accessory is actually really good. Introducing the Roy. So this is a little tiny support mecha, and it's so cute. Look at it. Look at it. There's a little head. I'm going to spin. I have done a bit of paint here. Some purple chrome paint just to spice him up. Look how cute he is. He's got little legs here. And he just kind of like walks around, and I love him. I love the Roy. This, something I wish 30-minute missions did, because this was only included in the Alto, all versions of the Alto, except for like alternate versions, all color variations of it, and all color variations of the Portanova. Portanova had its own unique one. And we never saw this again. For example, Rabio, no Roy. Learn anything after that? No Roy. Nope, no Roys for you, no happiness. But it's so cute. And yeah, its head does rotate here. It is all just cast in one color. It's made of 3 parts. One part here, they're sandwiched, and then just the base here. There's one thing that the Roy does, which is a bit weird. So you can pop off the head of your Alto. Then you're going to decapitate this poor little guy. And then you attach him onto here. And you get an even more, like, just cookie cutter looking mecha. Like, the other one was pretty cool. It took the cookie cutter aspects to make them cooler, but this just looks kind of dumb. And I kind of get what it's going for. It's grown on me a bit, but I don't know. You get back on there and you go to your proper home. I actually like the Roy so much, he's going to be my new rating system, so I'm going to have basically like a 5-star system, 1 being horrible, 5 being it's amazing, it's the best ever, and I'm going to use this guy as my little star icon. So stay tuned to the end of the video for a rating. Before we move on to articulation, I will mention I did a bit of painting. I used the Chrome EX Plate Silver behind the visor, so it popped a lot more. And I also did some paint here because why not, and yes, this is removable for more compatibility, and that is all the painting I did. On to the articulation. So the head is on a hinge down here, and a ball joint up here, so you get a lot of nice upwards movements, downwards movement, side to side. And you can get like these really expressive movements out of it, which does look pretty cool. Shoulders are my second least favorite part. Actually, no, they are. These are pretty annoying. This is my least favorite part because, first of all, so it has like basically the standard high-grade polycap here, but it's plastic rubbing on the plastic, which is good. It's nice and tight. It's a bit too tight, actually. If you look here, don't know if you can really see on camera, but there's stress marks here. So I could just be turning this, and then I can break it. Woohoo. And then this is like separate, kind of, but just kind of wobbles around. My other issue is this. You can already see it happening. So we have this nice joint here, which gives you nice upward movement, right? Keep moving it. And oh, it's not actually coming off. Well, this will show you here. It unscrews itself. Basically, you're going to be moving the arm, and uh-oh, it's undone itself. There was no, like, lip at the end here. There really should have been. Like, this can be done really well if you have something preventing it from doing exactly that, unscrewing itself, like a lip. I guess the bicep swivel is pretty good. Again, feels like way too tight. The elbow band is single jointed, like with all of these 30-minute missions kits and fine build kits, but you get like a decent range. All you'd ever really need, I guess. And then the wrists are just on ball joints. Ab is really good. We get this to the front, this to the back, and then we'll have side to side, and we can spin all the way around. It's because what we have going on here, I don't know if I can pop it off, but basically we have this here. Or no, you can't pop that off because of the back. But basically we have this here, this gray joint, which is ball jointed at the bottom. It also has a ball joint here, facing forwards, like with the high-grade ground Gundam, so you get a lot of movement from this and from down bottom. And because of like the slim, almost iron-blooded orphans design of this, you also get, you know, a lot of side to side. And this also really reminds me of iron-blooded orphans. Roy, like a little mobile worker. Anyways, the hips are on a very annoying joint, so you get this much to the front. And of course, the leg doesn't want to stay up. But it's very annoying because, you see, I just want to kick the leg up, right? And then I don't end up kicking it up. I just end up moving this joint right here, which should have had a locking mechanism. Like, even like a little tab would have been nice. Oh well. It's pretty cheap. It's about like 20 bucks. You can get the full splits, but just like with the legs, you can, you know, work that off. You get upper thigh swivel. The knee bend is really good. It's actually perfect, but can't hold it. The front armor gear is a bit weird, just on a ball joint. It doesn't really do anything. The ankles are really good, though, so you get not a lot to the front, not a lot to the back, but the side to side is... Come on, I'm trying to compliment you here. Let your joint work. That. Basically, you have a ball joint here, and then you have a hinge joint here, which gives you a bunch of movement, so you can get, like, a lot of crazy poses with this. Yeah, that's it for the articulation, and it is pretty good. Just there's a lot of loose joints, a lot of too tight joints, and a lot that are very delicate and can get unscrewed off easily or activate when you don't want them to. Anyways, that's it for my review of the 30-minute missions Alto Blue. It's definitely a very good-looking kit. Even poses very well. And it's cheap. And it comes with Roy. When it's because of its loose joints, really tight joints that feel like they're gonna break, and delicate joints, that's not that fun to play around with and mess with. Now you may be saying, but it's a model kit, so you're not meant to play around with it. If you did say that to me, my response would be me asking you if you've actually ever seen Bandai's advertisements. Yeah, maybe go watch those and then ask me that question. You're gonna feel really smart. Yeah, this kit was almost 5 stars for me, but I guess 5 Roys. But because of the joint and basically the build quality, which isn't just on my copy, I've had this issue with all of my 30-minute missions. Not as much my fine build Gunpla kits, but definitely on my 30-minute missions. And it's because of that that keeps this from 5 stars. And if it didn't include Roy, I would give this a 3 stars. But because it includes a little Roy, unlike the others, it's a 4-star kit. Or 4 Roy. But yeah, that's it for my review of the 30-minute missions Alto Blue. And to an extent, every other 30-minute mission's Alto. And every other 30-minute mission's based on this same build system. I've heard the new ninja-themed one is its own new build system. I hope it is. And I hope it's good, but I don't have that yet. So yeah, that's it for my review. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't... And yeah, alright, bye.